The pegboard is an iconic strength training tool going at least as far back as the 1950s. In recent years, it's had a huge surge in popularity thanks to shows like American Ninja Warrior, Spartan Racing, and even the CrossFit Games adding this obstacle to its competition. Today, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know in order to master the pegboard. So in general, when you're attacking a pegboard, you'll either be ascending it vertically or traversing it horizontally. In today's video, I'll be demonstrating on a horizontal pegboard, but all the same principles apply. I also think it's worth noting that ascending the pegboard vertically in a CrossFit style situation is generally easier because you can use your feet. If you can master a horizontal pegboard without your feet, the vertical one is going to be no problem. So first things first, there are basically two ways to do the pegboard. You can do the pegboard with straight arms, or you can do the pegboard with bent arms. Depending on the situation, both are perfectly acceptable. Let's talk about some of the differences so we can better understand when to use which version. So the straight arm approach is easier. When we're in a dead hang position, our back, shoulders, and biceps are disengaged. At this point, the only thing we're really targeting is our grip. Again, there's nothing wrong with this. Traversing the pegboard might be slower with the straight arm approach, but if your grip endurance is above average, it may be wise to conserve the strength in your biceps, shoulders, and lats for later obstacles or exercises in the workout. Let's talk about doing the pegboard with bent arms. This is where a lot of people struggle, and it may be the reason you're watching this video. When doing the pegboard with bent arms, we start in the middle of a pull-up position, arms at around 90 degrees. What makes the pegboard such a challenge is the moment you remove one peg, all of your weight is now on a single arm. This is where most people struggle. The moment that peg comes out, the arm holding up all our weight immediately collapses to a straight position, so we have to develop what's called a strong lock-off position. The ability to maintain your entire body weight on a single arm at 90 degrees is called lock-off position. Mastering the pegboard truly comes down to developing this strength. Now the question is, how do we develop lock-off strength? It's an important question to answer, but we have to crawl before we walk, so here's a good general guideline to follow. Until you're able to do 10 to 12 full range of motion pull-ups, you're not ready to work on lock-off strength yet. Until then, I encourage you to practice the pegboard with straight arms and keep working on those regular pull-ups. Once you've got those 10 to 12 solid pull-ups, here's how we're going to build lock-off strength. Number one is assisted one-arm negatives. Pull up to the top of the pegboard and shift your weight over to one side. After that, slowly lower yourself to the bottom of the pull-up and repeat on the other side. Practicing this motion is getting your body used to relying heavily on one arm. Remember, whatever side you shift to should be the arm carrying most of your weight. Don't shift over to one side and continue pulling full force with both arms. Focus on the arm closest to your body and use the other hand only as a support. Once those become easy, you're ready to move on to full one-arm negatives. This is just like the last exercise, but without the supporting hand. Now guys, this is not easy and it takes a lot of time to build to. I don't recommend including these until the assisted one-arm negatives become very comfortable. Another key tip on these is the descent needs to be very slow and controlled. If you find yourself dropping to the bottom too quickly, you're not ready for this exercise. It should be at least a full 5 seconds on each negative. Once a solid lock-off is developed, doing the pegboard will be no problem. Here's a few bonus tips when it comes to having superior lock-off strength. There's a reason the world's top climbers have such a low body fat percentage. Even the slightest bit of extra weight will make maintaining a lock-off position much more difficult. Stay light. Being heavy is never helpful when doing the pegboard. Working on pull-ups definitely won't hurt your lock-off strength, but weighted pull-ups will have a much greater carryover. Remember, once we do anything for more than 12 reps, we're training endurance. Developing a strong lock-off is a feat of strength, not endurance. Once pull-ups become so easy that you're getting 12 or more reps, it's time to either add weight or start one-arm pull-up training so that we're closer to the 5 rep range. 12 or more reps means we're targeting endurance. 3 to 5 reps means we're targeting strength. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video, but I want to know, what did I miss? Is there anything I failed to mention that you think is important when it comes to mastering the pegboard? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Truly appreciate you guys watching the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Have an amazing day, guys. Remember, work hard, stay focused, and never quit. Peace out.